Oh my God. We're in the final! Sometimes football is magical. Sometimes football just defies all logic, and that is exactly what England have done this tournament. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we have qualified for our second Euros final in a row. Before 2021, England had never been in a Euros final, and all of a sudden two come along. And what makes the whole situation even harder to believe is that England have been playing terribly. For the majority of these games, we've been playing absolutely rubbish football. In the group stage, we couldn't beat Slovenia, we couldn't beat Denmark. In the round of 16, we nearly lost to Slovakia. We didn't even have a shot on target until the 94th minute equaliser that Bellingham scored. Similarly, we didn't have a shot on target until the 79th minute equaliser that Saka scored against Switzerland in the quarterfinals. And realistically, we should be beating all of those teams with ease, yet we really struggled. Through all these games, I've been thinking, if we're barely scraping past teams like Slovakia and Slovenia, what chance do we stand when we come up against the really good teams? And I think the Netherlands have been one of the much better teams this tournament. Yet here we are, we've made it through to the final. And you know who we've got to thank for it? Ollie Watkins. Give Ollie Watkins a statue right now. What a goal that was. Of course we left it till the very last minute of the game because that seems to be all England are doing at the moment. But I do not care how we've got to the final. I just care that we've got to the final. The game started off with little hope. I didn't have very high expectations against the Netherlands, and they were even lower once Xavi Simons scored that goal in the first 6 minutes. But in a weird way, I guess it helped going a goal down. England have certainly played their best football this tournament when they're behind because the pressure's on, so the players switch on a lot more. And we actually played really well, in my opinion, for the first time in this tournament. Not as good in the second half, but that first half was immense. Yes, it was a penalty that actually got us back into the game, and it certainly shouldn't have been a penalty. I feel a lot of sympathy for the Netherlands there because that was just robbery. But even without the penalty, I still think we would have come back into it because we were the far more dominant team. As soon as the Netherlands goal went in, I panicked, but you know what? The players stayed calm and they played some good football. Foden was finally back to his best, nearly scored a screamer from outside the box that hit the post. For this whole tournament, all the England fans have been able to see such a difference between the Man City Phil Foden and the England Phil Foden. But he finally seemed like that Man City Phil Foden again last night. And we just need to see that Foden again in the final against Spain. The other Stockport lad, Kobbie Mainoo, was absolutely brilliant. He just gets more and more lovable every game he plays. He's easily my favourite footballer right now. And just think about this for a second. Less than a year ago, Kobbie Mainoo was in Manchester United's youth team. He never even played a first team game until November 2023. Yet in that same 1 year period, he's now a starter for England in every game. And he's one of the best players on the pitch. I'm so proud of him, and he is an utter joy to watch. Mark Gahey, excellent last night, as he's been the entire tournament. Easily been England's best defender in my opinion. Pickford made some brilliant saves last night, although I do think he should do better about the Xavi Simons goal. He gets his hand on it and it still ends up in the back of the net, which I suppose just displays how good of a strike it was. Still think he should be doing better, but for the most part, he kept England in the competition last night, so well done Pickford. Palmer came on and was brilliant again. I still don't understand why Southgate won't start him. He's so good. He's been absolutely fantastic for Chelsea, and it's pure disrespect from Southgate to only be bringing him on in the last 20 minutes. I truly think he should start, but I'm still grateful for his performances when he does come on the pitch because he always has a positive impact on the game for us. I mean, he got the assist for the goal that sent us all the way to the Euros final, so that tells you all you need to know. I just love Cole Palmer's composure on the ball. He can do it all. The only player that I think absolutely needs to come off the pitch is Harry Kane. He's not been playing well all tournament, and I think Ollie Watkins showed last night that he's the best man for the front man job. I'd even prefer Ivan Toney over Harry Kane right now. This Harry Kane has only been able to score penalties and tap-ins, and I don't know where the Bayern Munich Harry Kane has gone because he scored over 40 goals across all competitions this season. So it's very sad to see, but I do not think he should be starting in that final. Of course Southgate won't do it because Southgate's afraid to drop the superstars, but if we're actually basing it on merit, which is what it should be based on, Ollie Watkins should be in the position, and he proved exactly why last night. Not only did he score a great goal, but he pretty much created it for himself. I'm just so happy we're in the final. Spain will be an incredibly tough game for sure. Spain have been easily the best team in the tournament. Dani Olmo is the top goal scorer of this tournament, plus Spain have won every single game. They're the only team that's won every single game they've played. Also, I forgot to mention this guy whilst I was recording this segment of the video, but I can't talk about Spain's brilliance without mentioning Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal has been absolutely phenomenal for Spain, and he's only 16 years of age. I genuinely think he'll be the next superstar in football. Obviously, he won't be good as a Messi or Ronaldo, not that he can't get there, just that I don't think we'll ever see anybody as good as Messi and Ronaldo again, but I certainly think he could get to an Mbappe or a Bellingham kind of level. I think Yamal will be regarded as one of the best players in the world in a few years' time. He's still 16, he's got so much time to develop his game, and we're already seeing so much raw potential from him, so I must admit, I'm very scared to face him in this final. He's very young, but he's also a very big threat. The lad runs rings around his opponents, and he scores screamers left, right and centre, so I think he'll be someone that we certainly need to watch out for in this game. Yes, we'll be massive underdogs going into that game, but I just think the resilience that this England squad has displayed through the competition has been brilliant. It is a very long shot, and I would be heartbroken to see my country lose 2 European Championship finals in a row. But even if we do, I will never forget this time period as a football fan, because it may be 20 years until England next get to the final. The dream remains alive for now. The "it's coming home" chants remain loud for now. I just don't see the point of getting all the way to the final against all odds and then just giving up on the dream because we've got such a tough opponent. It's unlikely, but with the right spirit and the right drive, it's not impossible. Come on, England, bring it home!